Welcome back to Tungal College online classes. Hello students, how are you all? Today I am going to start a new chapter, amines. Amines has a 5 marks weightage in your PUC examination. You will get one 5 marks question from amines chapter. Now let us look into what are the amines. Amines can be considered as derivatives of ammonia obtained by replacement of one or two or all the three hydrogen atoms by alkyl or aryl group. What is the meaning of this statement? Let us understand by taking an example. I am taking ammonia NH3. Ammonia. From this ammonia, I am removing hydrogens. First I am removing one hydrogen from ammonia, I am adding alkyl group. Removing one hydrogen. In the place of hydrogen, I am adding alkyl group representing as R. Or I will add a phenyl group. I am writing as a pH, nothing but benzene. Then what is the resulting species we will get here is R. I am writing first R. Removing one hydrogen from ammonia, then remaining what we have is NH2. NH3 we are removing one hydrogen, we will get a NH2. R NH2, this is nothing but amine. Otherwise, remove hydrogen, add a phenyl, nothing but benzene ring. Benzene ring, and I am removing one hydrogen, and this remaining part we are adding to the phenyl group. Then I am adding a phenyl group to the amine by replacing one hydrogen. So this is the product I got. This is also we have to consider as amine. Otherwise, I am removing two hydrogens from ammonia molecule. I am removing two hydrogens. If two hydrogens are removed, we have to add two alkyl groups. We have to add two alkyl groups, or we have to add two phenyl groups plus two phenyl groups, or you can add one alkyl, one phenyl. Let us take one example. So I am adding two alkyl groups R, NHR. Look at this. It has 3 hydrogens. I removed 2 hydrogens, remaining is only 1 hydrogen. In the place of 2 hydrogens, I added 2 alkyl groups. So this is the amine. Suppose take 2 phenyl groups. In the place of 2 hydrogens, I am taking phenyls. Look at this. 2 hydrogens are replaced by 2 phenyl groups. So this is also amine. Take one more example, one alkyl, one phenyl. First I am writing phenyl, and another I am taking is alkyl. Look at this. This is also amine. So in this case, what the point is, 2 hydrogens are replaced by 2 phenyl groups. 2 hydrogens are replaced by 2 alkyl groups, or 2 phenyl groups, or 1 alkyl, 1 phenyl. Take one more. 3 hydrogens is there. There are 3 hydrogens. I am removing all the hydrogens, 3 hydrogens. So 3 hydrogens are removed. We have to add how many alkyl groups? 3 alkyl groups. Or we have to add 3 phenyl groups. So like that we have to take an example. Otherwise you can take 3 pH. I am writing example N. 3 hydrogens are removed. Then remaining what we have already is R. So this is an amine. Otherwise you can take 2 phenyls, 1 alkyl, or 2 alkyls, 1 phenyl. One example I will take. The ultimate thing is we have to remove 3 hydrogens. So 1 phenyl I took, and 1 alkyl I am writing. This is I am writing another alkyl. Or you can write 3 phenyls also, or 2 phenyls, 1 alkyl. Anything you can take. Ultimate thing is you have to remove 3 hydrogens. In the place of 3 hydrogens, you can take alkyls or phenyl. Simple point. We have to remove 3 hydrogens. In the place of hydrogens, we have to place alkyl groups or phenyl groups. So, by looking at this, what is the point we understand is amines. All these are the amines. Amines can be considered as a derivative of ammonia. From the ammonia, we derived all these amines by replacing 1 hydrogen or 2 hydrogen or all the hydrogen atoms by alkyl groups, aryl groups. Write the same sentence. Amines can be considered as derivatives derivatives of ammonia. Amines can be considered as derivatives of ammonia obtained by replacement of one hydrogen, 1 or 2 or all the 3 hydrogen atoms. All the 3 hydrogens, 1 hydrogen or 2 hydrogens or 3 hydrogens, nothing but all the 3 hydrogens. 3 hydrogen, all the 3 hydrogen atoms by whom? Alkyl groups or aryl groups? By alkyl or aryl. So this is a statement regarding the amines. So what is the statement? Amines can be considered as a derivatives of ammonia obtained by replacement of 1 or 2 or all the 3 hydrogen atoms by alkyl groups or aryl groups. So this is introduction regarding the amines. Next, structure of amines. I am taking trimethylamine as an example to explain the structure of amines. I am taking trimethylamine. To this nitrogen, 3 methyl groups are attached to it like this, and there is a 1 lone pair present upon the nitrogen. So 1, 2, 3 methyl groups attached to nitrogen. This is trimethylamine. Now coming to the point number 1. Like ammonia, amines are trivalent. That means they can form 3 bonds. 1, 2, 3. So first we can take the structure of ammonia to compare with amines. It also has a lone pair on the nitrogen. Like ammonia, it how many bonds? 1, 2, 3. In ammonia, nitrogen has valencies 3. It forms 3 bonds. Like ammonia, amines also has a trivalent. It is able to form 3 bonds. Trivalent meaning is 3 bonds able to form. And it contains 1 lone pair of electrons, nothing but unshared electron pair upon the nitrogen. It contains unshared electron pair or a lone pair upon the nitrogen, like ammonia. Now the same sentence we have to write. What is the sentence is? Amines are trivalent. Amines are trivalent, meaning is able to form 3 bonds, and contains trivalent and contains unshared electron pair on nitrogen. Contains unshared electron pair, nothing but a lone pair on nitrogen. This is the point number 1. Point number 2 regarding the hybridization. If you take nitrogen, the nitrogen in the amines undergoing sp3 hybridization. Even if you take ammonia, nitrogen is undergoing a hybridization, same concept. So what is hybridization in ammonia? Even amines also has a same hybridization, sp3 hybridization. The molecule is sp3 hybridized. Actually the shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. But in this case the molecule is not a tetrahedral, the molecule is pyramidal. The molecule is not tetrahedral, it is pyramidal. If the molecule contains sp3, generally the molecule is tetrahedral, but in this case amines as well as ammonia is a pyramidal in shape. The reason is here is lone pair of electrons is that this is called as a bond pair. Lone pair bond pair. So due to lone pair bond pair repulsion, so the structure will become pyramidal, not a tetrahedral. This is the point number 2. Point number 3. What is the point number 2? Amines nitrogen undergo sp3 hybridization and the shape of the molecule is pyramidal. That is the point. Amines in amines nitrogen undergo sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. This is the point number 2. Point number 3 regarding the shape of the molecule. Molecule is pyramidal shape. Shape of the molecule is pyramidal. shape of the molecule is pyramidal. The next point relating to the bond angle. The molecule contain sp3 hybridization. In general, the bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Approximately taking it as 109.5 degrees. I am taking the bond angle is 109.5 degrees if the molecule contain sp3 hybridization. Now the point is, first I am taking ammonia molecule. Here is lone pair of electrons is present, and this is the bond pair. So lone pair bond pair repulsions will operate, and even bond pair repulsions also is there. So lone pair bond pair repulsions as well as bond pair repulsions will be there. So because of these repulsions, the bond angle is reduced to because of lone pair and bond pair. Repulsion between the lone pair and bond pair, the bonds come close to each other. When the bonds come close to each other, in the sense the bond angle is going to get reduces. The bond angle is 107 degrees in the case of ammonia. In the case of ammonia, the bond angle is reduced to 107, not 109.5 degrees because of repulsion between lone pairs and bond pairs. As a result, bond come close to each other, bond angle is reduces. Similarly, in the case of amines also, the bond angle is not 109.5 degrees, the bond angle is reduces because in amines also there is a lone pairs and bond pairs. Because the repulsion between the lone pair and bond pairs, these repulsions, the bond angle is less than 109.5 degrees. In the case of this methylamine, the bond angle is 108. But if you take other amines, the bond angle we have taken as less than 109.5 degrees. That is the point. Next, the bond angle. The bond angle is less than 109.5 degrees. So this is the structure of amines. These are the 4 points you have to write. First point regarding the valency, trivalent and lone pair. Then second one relating to the hybridization. The third one relating to the shape of the molecules. The molecules are pyramidal shape. And the next one relating to the bond angle. The bond angle is less than 109.5 degrees. This is a structure of amines. Next, classification of amines. Amines classified into 3 types. They are primary amines, secondary amines and tertiary amines. Let us write them. Amines classified into 3 types. The first one is primary amines. Primary amines. This is the first category. And the second category is secondary amines. This is the second category. And the next category is tertiary amines. Third one is tertiary amines. So this is the classification of amines. The classification of amines based on the depending upon the number of hydrogen atoms replaced by alkyl or aryl groups. So this is depending upon number of hydrogen atoms replaced by alkyl or aryl groups. Depending upon number of hydrogen atoms replaced by alkyl or aryl groups. What is this point meaning is, I am taking ammonia, right? I am removing one hydrogen from this ammonia, so I am removing one hydrogen and I am adding only one alkyl group or I am adding one phenyl group. Then what we are going to get for this case example is, so we have to take NH2 here and here is R. I am writing as RNH2. So this is an example of primary amine. So how do you get the primary amine? By replacing one hydrogen from ammonia and by adding one alkyl group or one phenyl group, the resultant species is primary amine. So you can take benzene ring. Then this is also an example of primary amines. Primary amines are how do you get? By replacing one hydrogen from ammonia by alkyl or aryl, only one. Then secondary amines. So how to get the secondary amines? By replacing two hydrogens. By replacing 2 hydrogens by how many alkyl groups? 2 alkyl groups or 2 aryl groups. 2 aryl groups or 2 alkyl or 2 aryl or 1 alkyl 1 aryl. So let us take some example for the secondary amines. So I'm taking R NHR. So this is an example of a secondary amine. So to the nitrogen only 1 hydrogen is attached. That means 2 hydrogens are removed or replaced by 2 alkyl groups here. We can take one more example. I'm taking 2 benzene rings to it. So this is an example of a secondary amine. So 2 alkyl groups are attached to it nitrogen or 2 aryl groups attached to nitrogen, or 1 alkyl 1 aryl also we can take. I'm taking this is alkyl group, or I'm taking another one is aryl group. Look at this. All this comes under the examples of secondary amines, because secondary amines are obtained by replacing of 2 hydrogens by 2 alkyl or 2 aryl or 1 alkyl 1 aryl. We'll get to secondary amines. Now coming to the tertiary amines, I got the point. What is the, how do we get the tertiary amines? So how do you get the tertiary amines? By replacing 3 hydrogens by, we can take 3 alkyls, or you can take 3 aryls, or you can take 2 alkyls 1 aryl, and so on. We can take, if you change the number of alkyls aryls, you'll get tertiary amines. But the condition is you have to remove all the 3 hydrogens by either by alkyl groups or aryl groups. So example, I'm taking R N R R. So this is an example of tertiary amine. Take one more example with benzene ring. So this is the benzene ring N R and R. So this is also a tertiary amine. So this is nothing but 3 degree tertiary amine. We can write it as a 2 degree secondary amine. This is a 1 degree primary amine. 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree primary amine, secondary amine, and this is a tertiary amines. Now conclusion: 1 hydrogen atom replaced by alkyl or aryl group, then we will get primary amine. 2 hydrogens are replaced by alkyls or aryls, you will get secondary amines. 3 hydrogens are replaced by alkyls or aryls, you will get tertiary amines. So this is the classification of amines on the basis of or depending upon the number of hydrogen atoms replaced by alkyl or aryl groups. So this is a classification. In the classification, the amines are 3 types. They are primary, secondary, and tertiary amines. And amines can be classified into simple and mixed amines also. Let us take an example. Amines again classified into simple and mixed amines. Amines classified into simple amines and mixed amines. In the case of simple amines, all alkyl groups attached to the amine are same. They are simple amines. Example I'm taking. Suppose I'm taking a secondary amine NHCH3CH3. So this is an example of simple amine. Because of what? All alkyl groups attached to the amines are same. This is the methyl, this is also a methyl. Both are methyl groups. This is a simple amine. Take one more example. I'm taking a C2H5 NHC2H5. Look at this. This is C2H5, this is also C2H5. All groups attached to the nitrogen are same. This is simple. Take one tertiary amine. Nitrogen CH3, CH3, CH3. Look at this. So all groups attached to this nitrogen, this is the tertiary amine. To this tertiary amine, all groups are same, methyl groups. This is a simple amine. The simple amines are contains all alkyl groups or aryl groups attached to it are same. That may we can take phenyl also. So 2 phenyl groups. Take example for better understanding. This is one phenyl group NH. This is another one. So this is also will get simple amines. Coming to the mixed amines. In the case of mixed amines, alkyl groups attached to the nitrogen are different. Example I'm taking CH3 NH C2H5. Look at this. One alkyl group is methyl, another alkyl group is ethyl. Both are different is there. If alkyl groups or aryl groups attached to the nitrogen in amines are different, they are mixed amines. Take one more example. NH N, I'm taking tertiary amine. CH3 C2H5. This I'm taking is a benzene ring. Imagine. So these groups are different is there. So this comes under mixed amines. So what is the difference between the simple amine and mixed amine? In the case of simple amines, same alkyl groups are attached to the nitrogen amines, they are simpler. If alkyl groups or allyl groups are different, we have to call them as a mixed amines. So this is the classification of amines. Next, nomenclature of amines. There are two systems of nomenclature of amines. Among them, the first one is common names. The second one is IUPAC system or IUPAC names. Now we will discuss one by one in detail. Among them, the first one is common names of amines. I wrote some rules on the board to write the common names of amines. Now we will discuss some examples by applying these rules. Example, I am taking CH3NH2. Then what is the common name of this amine? Look at this one. An aliphatic amine is named by prefixing alkyl group to amine. So to the word we have to take amine. To the word amine we have to write a alkyl group as a prefix. So what is the first we have to find the alkyl group name? This is a CH3. The CH3 is nothing but alkyl is a methyl group. So this is methyl, and to the word amine we have to prefix methyl. The name is simply methyl amine. That's it. So the word alkyl group is prefixed to the word amine. This is the amine, this is the prefix we are writing. What is alkyl group is present. That's it. Then I am taking one more example, CH3 CH2NH2. Look at this example. So what is the alkyl group? CH2, CH3, CH2. This is nothing but what alkyl group is? Ethyl. Then what is the name? This alkyl group we have to prefix to the amine. Then the name is ethyl amine. That's it. Ethyl amine. Take one more example, CH3, CH2, CH2NH2. Look at this example. Then how many 1, 2, 3 carbons is there? 3 carbons in the sense we have to pronounce it as a propyl, and all carbons are in a straight chain. So we have to label it as a N-propyl. Name is N-propyl amine. The name of this compound is N-propyl amine. Same 3 groups, 3 carbons I am taking is another way as CH3 CHNH2. NH2, sorry, CH3NH2. Look at this. And here is 1, 2, 3 carbons. Here also 1, 2, 3 carbons. Here also propyl is there. This is also propyl. This is also propyl. But what is this? We have to, whenever this group will be there, we have to call it as iso. This we discussed in the fundamental topic. This group we have to call as iso. The name is isopropyl. Isopropyl amine. So here is all carbons are in a straight chain, but in this case we are taking this group as a iso. That is a difference. Then this is another example. Next, if amine contain same type of groups, 2 or 3 will be present. In such case, how do you write the name? Suppose I am taking an example, CH3 NHCH3. Look at this example. 2 methyl groups are same attached to the amine. This may be secondary amine, you can take tertiary amine. This in this case secondary amine. Look at this rule. In secondary and tertiary amines, when 2 or more alkyl groups are same, the prefix di-tri is appended before the name of alkyl group. Now look at this example, you will get clear. This is the methyl group and this is also a methyl. Both methyl groups are attached. Both are methyls in the sense we have to write name is common. This is methyl. Methyl, this is also methyl. Then we have to write methyl amine. How many same is there? 1, 2. So that we have to write as dimethyl amine. The name of this compound is dimethyl amine. I am taking one more example. CH2H5 NHC2H5. Look at this. So this is ethyl, this is also a ethyl. Then what is the name of this compound? We can write diethyl amine. The name of this compound is diethyl amine. Suppose groups will be 3 will be present. These are, in this case 2 is there. If 3 is there, I am taking an example NCH3 CH3. Look at this. To this amino, in this amino there are 3 methyl groups is present. This is methyl, this is methyl, this is also methyl. We have to follow. When 2 is there, we have to use di. If 3 is there, we have to use tri. Tri, and all are methyl groups. Methyl, and next we have to write amine. So this is a trimethyl amine. Take one more example. I'm taking C2H5N, C2H5O, C2H5. Look at this example. What is the name of this compound? All are, this is ethyl. All are ethyl groups. The name is triethyl amine. The name of this compound is triethyl amine. Next example. I'm taking CH3NH C2H5. Look at this. To this nitrogen, alkyl groups are attached are different. In such case, if alkyl groups are different, they prefix in alphabetical order to amino. So we have to write in a alphabetical order. So this alkyl group is, we have to take it as a methyl. This is methyl, and this alkyl group is 2 carbons is there. We have to write it as a ethyl. So one is methyl, another one is ethyl. Then we have to write in a alphabetical order. Which will come first? First E we have to write, then we have to write M. Then the name is ethyl. Next we have is methyl, and the alkyl groups are, we have to prefix to the word amine. So ethyl methyl amine. Simply 2 alkyl groups are different. If 2 alkyl groups attached to the nitrogen are different, in such case we have to arrange them in a alphabetical order. Then take one more example. I'm taking CH3NH CH2CH3. Now look at this. This is what? This is methyl. Already we know. This is what? 3 carbons is there. We have to write propyl. This is propyl. Then what we have to write? Methyl propyl amine. The name of this compound is methyl propyl amine. We have to arrange simply substituents in alkyl groups in a alphabetical order. So this is this rule. Let us take some aromatic compounds. So I'm taking upon the benzene ring NH2 group is present. Upon the benzene ring NH2 group is present, we have to call it as aniline. And common name of this compound is aniline. I'm taking aniline, right? To this, suppose at ortho position NO2 group is present. Here is NO2 group is present. Then this we have to call as ortho position. This is called as a meta position. This is called as a para position. Ortho, meta, para. Then ortho position nitro group is there. O nitro aniline. This meaning is ortho nitro aniline. Take one more example. Benzene upon NH2 group is there. Here is bromine is present. What is the common name of this compound? This is called as this position is called as para position. The name is para, P bromoaniline. So this is the method to write the common names of aromatic system. So upon the benzene NH2 group is there, we have to call it as the aniline, and wherever the substance is present in a common name, we have to label them as ortho, para, meta. If the NO2 group present here, we are labeling as ortho nitro aniline. Here is NO2 group present para position, we have to call it as a para bromine present at para position, we are calling as a para bromoaniline. So this is the common names of amines. Next, IUPAC names of amines. I wrote the rules on the board to write the IUPAC names of amines. Now we will discuss some examples of IUPAC names of amines by applying these rules. Example, I am taking CH3NH2. What is the name of this amine? Look at this. In IUPAC system, amines are named as alkanamines derived by replacement of E of alkane by the word amine. This meaning is how many number of carbons is there? We have to check how many carbons. Only one carbon is there. One carbon in the sense hydrocarbon name is, one is there methane, two is there ethane, three is there propane, butane, and so on. Only one carbon we have to write it as methane. We have it as methane. Then E we have to remove. We have to replace E. We have to remove E, and we have to the word amine. In the place of E we have to write amine. The name of this compound is methanamine. So we have to pronounce as methanamine. Simply E is replaced by amine. Right. Take another example for better understanding. I'm taking CH3, CH2, NH2. Look at this example. In this case, how many number of carbons? 1, 2 carbons. 2 carbon in the sense what we have to write? Ethane. 2 carbon in the sense ethane. And what we have to do? We have to remove this E. In the place of E, we have to write amine. The name is ethanamine. The name is ethanamine. The name of this compound is ethanamine. Take one more example. CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2. Look at this molecule. So here is more than 2 carbons either. We have to give numbering to this chain. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3 carbons. Numbering are given. And another direction is 1, 2, 3. And we have to give the numbering to the system in such a, you have to give numbering to the chain in such a way that the amine group, nothing but functional group, get a lowest possible number. In this direction 1, 2, 3, functional group is getting a third number. In this direction 1, 2, 3, functional group is getting a first position. This direction third position, from this direction first position. So we have to give numbering to the chain in such a way that the functional group, nothing but amine here, get lowest possible number. So first position. How many carbons? 1, 2, 3. 3 in the sense we have tried propane. I'm writing directly E we have to remove. And which position amine group is present? First position. 1 amine. So the name of this compound is propan 1 amine. Take another example. The same compound. This one I'm writing here another way as NH2CH3. Again number of carbons is same. Just I change the position of nitrogen, NH2 group. Here is first position is there. Here is second position. Give numbering 1, 2, 3. Here is 1, 2, 3. Any direction amine group is getting a second position. So what is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3. 3 in the sense what we have to write? Propan. Propan. Which position it is present? Amine present at second position. 2 amine. In this case, both the cases 3 carbons is there, but in this case NH group attached to the first carbon. In this case NH group attached at the second carbon. Positions I changed. So this is an example. Take another example which contain 2 different alkyl groups. I am taking CH3 NH CH2 CH3. Look at this example. Here alkyl group attached to this nitrogen are different. In such case we have to follow this rule. If different alkyl groups are attached to nitrogen, the longest chain become parent. Longest chain we have taken as a parent chain, parent alkyl, and remaining alkyl groups attached as a prefix in alphabetical order. If remaining alkyl groups we have to arrange in a alphabetical order. While writing them, the groups that are attached to the nitrogen atom are located by using N as a positional number. So what is these rules but we can apply to this compound. Then check how many number of carbons here. 1 carbon. Here is how many carbons? 2 carbons. So more number of carbons chain will be taken as a parent. This is the parent chain. This is the parent chain. Clear? Then next what we have to do, what is alkyl group is present here? What is alkyl group is present? Methyl. That is attached to whom? Nitrogen. So how do you write the name of this compound? The groups that are attached to the nitrogen atom are located using N. So this is the methyl. Methyl group attached to the nitrogen. So name is N. This methyl group will be located by using letter N. N. What is the group name? Methyl. N-methyl. N-methyl. This is the parent. Then how many carbons are? 1, 2 carbons. So N-methyl, ethane, 2 carbons is there. N-methyl ethane, and E we have to remove, we have to add. Ethane we have to try to remove E and add amine. So ethane amine. N-methyl ethanamine, it is the name of this compound. What is this rule is more than different types of alkyl groups is present. In such case, one we have taken as a parent, remaining is taken as a substituent. We have to arrange in a alphabetical order. Their positions are indicated by the N like this. Take one more example for better understanding. I am taking CH3 NH CH2 CH2 CH3. Look at this. In this case, this is the methyl group is present. Methyl, and we have to select longest. Here is one. Here is how many is there? 1, 2, 3. So this is the parent. So this is the parent chain. Then how to write the name of this compound is N-methyl. N-methyl. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons is there. We have to write propane. Propane 1 amine. Amine group present at first position. We have to give numbering 1, 2, 3. That is the propane 1 amine. Take one more example. I am taking CH3 N C2H5. C2H5. I am changing CH2 CH2 CH3. CH2 CH3. Look at this example. This group is different, this group also is different, and even this one also different. All are different alkyl groups is given attached to the nitrogen. Then how do you write the name of this compound? Among them, which alkyl group has a large number of more number of carbons? That alkyl group we have to take as a parent. Here is how many? One alkyl group. Here is how many? Here is one. How many carbons? One carbon. Here is how many? 2 carbons. So here is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be taken as a parent carbon, right? We have to give numbering to it in such a way that nitrogen, that means functional group will get lowest possible number. Here also I did this in the same manner. Then this is methyl. This is methyl. This is what? Ethyl. Methyl. This is ethyl. Then how to write the name of this compound? These are the groups, alkyl groups we have to arrange in alphabetical order. Look at this position. If different alkyl groups are attached to the nitrogen, the longest carbon chain become a parent alkyl, and the remaining alkyl groups added in a prefix in alphabetical order. These two are added in alphabetical order. First we have to write E, then we have to write M. The name is N-ethyl. Which position they attached? N-ethyl, and next one is N-methyl. N-ethyl, N-methyl. N-ethyl, N-methyl. Ethyl group attached to nitrogen, and methyl group also attached to nitrogen. In alphabetical order we arrange. N-ethyl, N-methyl. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the sense we have to write butane. Butane. Which position it is present? First position. 1 amine. 1 amine. Butane 1 amine. So I am writing here butane 1 amine. This is the name of this compound. N-ethyl, N-methyl, butane 1 amine. This is the name of this compound. Next example. I am taking CH3 N CH3 CH3. So all alkyl groups attached to nitrogen are same. All are methyl group. So one group you can take as one alkyl group you can take as a parent. Remaining you can take as a substituent attached to the nitrogen. So how to write the name of this compound? This is methyl. This is methyl. Both are attached to nitrogen. Then we have to look at their position by N. The group that are attached to the nitrogen or atoms are located by using N as a position number. N. And this methyl group attached to the nitrogen, this methyl group attached to the same nitrogen. So N comma N. This position is N, its position also N. N comma N. How many same types is there? 2. N di. What are the groups? Methyl. N and dimethyl. This is what? Methane. And remove E, add amine. So methane, amine. Methane amine. This is the name of that compound. Take one more example. I am taking CH3 CH2N CH2 CH3N CH2, CH3. Look at this example. So all alkyls attached to the same similar example for better understanding. This is the ethyl, this is also ethyl. One you should take as a parent. One you should take as a parent. And what is the name of this compound? This is attached to a nitrogen, this is also attached to nitrogen. The name is N, this attached to nitrogen, this also attached to nitrogen. N, both are same. So that we are using diethyl, and its name is ethanamine. Ethanamine. E we have to remove. In the place of E we have to write amine. Ethanamine. It is the name of this compound. Take one more example. I am taking CH3, CH2, N, CH2, CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Look at this example. I changed this alkyl group. Then this is what? Ethyl. This is what? Ethyl. Then this is 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons is there. So this is the longest chain. This will be taken as a parent. This will be taken as a parent. These are the substance attached to the nitrogen. Then what is the name of this compound? We have to give numbering to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second possibility 1, 2, 3, 4. In which direction numbering is correct? The functional group will get lowest possible number. This is the wrong direction. In this direction is getting number 4. Then what is the name of this compound? To the N we have to two groups are attached same. Then we have to write N diethyl. N diethyl 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the sense butane. Butane, which position amine is there? First position, 1 amine. Butane, 1 amine. This is the IUPAC name of this compound. Next, some aryl compounds. I am taking benzene. Upon the benzene ring, NH2 group is present. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? Its common name is aniline. Aniline is a common name. It is also accepted as IUPAC name. IUPAC name common name is aniline. In addition to this, we can write the IUPAC name as look at this. If aryl amines, the suffix of arene is the suffix E. The suffix E of arene is replaced by amine. In aryl amines, the suffix E of arene is replaced by amine. Actually, what you have to write is benzene. Benzene is arene. E we have to remove. In the place of E, we have to write amine. Same rule. The name will become benzene amine, benzenamine. The name of this compound is benzenamine. This is the IUPAC name. Aniline is a IUPAC name. In addition to aniline, we can use benzenamine also. So this is the rule. The aryl amine, the suffix E of arene is replaced by amine. E is replaced by amine. E is replaced by amine. That is the rule. Then take another example. I am taking a benzene ring. NH2 group is there. Suppose I am taking here is a Br. And what is the name of this compound? Then where is NH2 group is there? That carbon you can take number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4. Then at fourth position what we have is bromine. The name of this compound is 4-bromo. 4-bromo. We can write aniline or you can write benzenamine also. 4-bromo aniline. Because this is also IUPAC name, it is also accepted as IUPAC name. Then or you can write another way as 4-bromo. 4-bromo. What is this? Benzenamine. Benzenamine. I wrote the IUPAC name of this compound by using this aniline. Even I wrote it by using benzenamine. Both are correct only. Take one more example for better understanding. I am taking NH2. Here is NO2 group is present. NO2 group is present. Then what is the name we can write? 2. At which position? 1, 2. So we have to give numbering in clockwise and anti-clockwise. In this direction, 1, second position is getting. If you give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it is getting and what is getting 6 number. So in which direction even substance is getting lowest number, that direction we have to take. So the correct numbering is this is the second. Then 2, second position, what is the group? Nitro. 2 nitro, what we have to write? Either aniline we can write benzenamine. 2-nitroaniline, or we can write 2-nitrobenzamine. So this is the IUPAC name of this compound. I am taking another example. Look at this. This is the nitrogen. To this nitrogen, 2 methyl groups are attached. This is the one methyl group and this is the another methyl group. To the nitrogen, 2 methyl groups are attached. I will write like this. 2 methyl groups are attached. What is the name of this compound? So these are the substituent we can take as a same principle. N and this position, look at here. The group that are attached to a nitrogen atom are located by using N as a position number. Position number is N. The name is NN. What are the same? Both are same. NN dimethyl. NN dimethyl. What is the name of this group? We have to call as a benzanamine or aniline. Benzanamine. So this is the name of this compound. So these are the some IUPAC rules and regulations to write the names of amines. Next class I will come out with another continuation topic.